when your family doesn't understand entrepreneurship. I have had this conversation 1,000 times with my family. Despite the fact that I have a degree, a master's degree and a doctorate, I am 30. My family neither believes nor understands entrepreneurship when I tell them that I want to work on my own projects and I try explain it. I have explained to them that it is difficult and you have to deal with frustration. And that you have to fail many times to achieve it. There is no way. They only understand that the only way to work is with a permanent position and a monthly salary. In my family there is not a single entrepreneur. Not one. All are salaried or civil servants. We are a working middle-class family. And that's fine. But I know that with an average salary I can't move up if everything remains the same. That's why I want to go a step further to try to move up in life. Despite the above, I live with my family and they have not stopped supporting me and trusting me. Simply, when I spend hours and hours researching the market or designing a project, for them that is not work. They do not understand that it is a path or process to achieve success one day. And that this is also work. No leisure. In addition, it is something that I combine with my sporadic or part-time work. It is not that I am doing nothing else. I remember that last year, I sold a rare Pog of Pokemon for €100. This is not a business or hustle example. It is an example referring to the mentality of my parents. My parents neither believed it nor understood it, until they could verify it with their own eyes. And they are still incredulous today, that a Pog may worth so much. This is the same. Until I get a success and they see that it is possible to earn money with entrepreneurship. They are not going to believe it or understand it. Even if they understand that it's possible, they find it too complicated to even try. When they ask me how I'm going to do it, I explain that I don't know exactly how to do it yet. Otherwise I would have already done it. I'm working on it. What else can I say? Has anyone been in the same situation as me? How have you dealt with it? Edit 1. In response to some comments that have reached wrong conclusions or judgments. My parents do not fully support me financially, because I contribute financially and in many other ways at home and, in addition, I spend very little, the less I can. In addition, I live with them by choice. And they are delighted, but I have enough savings to live alone for several years. I also want to highlight that I am currently working and have been working for 5 years. Also, I paid myself for all the academic formation, from undergraduate to doctorate, since for excellent grades I received scholarships and not only did I pay €0, but I also was paid extra bonuses. I get along great with my parents and live almost independently with them. Thanks to that, I am saving thousands and thousands of euros that I would be wasting on rent and services living alone with the only benefit of independence, which I already practically enjoy. My case may be very specific and perhaps rare, so I understand the confusion or disbelief of some users. I also want to clarify that, regarding the Pokemon Pog, this was just an example referring to the mentality of my parents because of how improbable it was. That fact, it's not a business or a hustle example. Well, seeing the misunderstandings generated, maybe it wasn't the best example. Thank you all for your support, ideas and advice. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to get so many comments. Unanimously, the advice that I have received that seems most outstanding to me is not to make my family so involved in the entrepreneurship process, as well as in the failures, but to focus on showing them the results or some form of tangible and understandable success to his eyes. I have received many other interesting comments that I will also try to apply. Thank you so much. Edit 2. In response to some comments, let me add that, from my point of view, family is the most precious thing we have in life and fortunately, I have learned to value it in time. I already became independent previously, for half a year, when I was 20 years old. Going back with them and continuing my academic training, I think it was the best decision I've ever made in my life. I think I'm very lucky to continue with them and I'm in no rush to become independent again before I have a stable financial situation or a partner to start a family with. I know that the trend is to become independent as soon as possible. But I see it as nonsense with a brutal economic cost when the years have passed and you realize how much time you have not spent with your family. There is no solution. There is no going back. For this reason, I recommend to everyone who is in a hurry to become independent that, if they are happy with their family, they should stay by their side for many years even if they have tons of money saved already. The best way would be to take action and show them the end result. No point in talking to them about your potential plans. Most of the time when I brought it up, Everyone told me it was a bad idea. Just do it and tell them later. Okay, I think I will do this, definitely. Thanks.
Get a stable 9-to-5 job first so your parents aren't supporting you. Support them instead by pitching in if you are going to live with them. Don't talk about your business plans with them. Instead, action them, and if successful, share the end result with them. End result of an actual business. Not a hustle. No one cares about hustles since that's all they are. That is a good insight actually. I never thought of it that way. I always consult my parents, then get discouraged every time. But if I start first, then there would be no pressure on me and have no negative thoughts even before I started. I just have to let them know the end result. This gave me some spirit and encouragement. Thanks.
If my child was 30 and still living at home, I wouldn't buy the "but mom, I'm an entrepreneur" line either.
But what if you had a BS, MS, and PhD, spent countless hours designing and researching your go-to market, and then sold a Pokemon card for less than a day's wage at a 9-to-5?